of the name of the shopping mall, because the shopping mall is named Popcoin. Yeah, it's just like a pop-up corner in Changguan-o. It's just like if you think in a proactive way, it's about we meet in this corner, we share times and moments and happiness by just split seconds. It's just like pop in seconds. So we got 3 stories. One is about family, one is about love relationship, one is about friendship. Yeah, and the target audience is family is for family.
So old, kind of old, middle, and young, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the friendship is for students or youngsters, and love relationships actually is for everyone. Romance is for everyone. They crash in an office hour, after office hour, rest time and leisure time, in such a corner. Very small spaces, and then it's by 缘分, 英文
fate.
Yeah, they met by fate, and the client really dropped about didn't mention any good or advantages of the shopping mall from we start the project, we discuss until it released to the public. They still worry about it. But when they see the click rate and then see the feedback comments, they believe that storyline or the touch of humanity is more 感染, more touching people, and that will be a 去线的去推广这个商场.
Yeah, so it's a kind of a, well, we would call it like soft marketing as opposed to hard marketing. Yeah. So
it's also very important to be famous when you can tell clients to like not put logos.
Yeah. Well, I think as you mentioned, like having some recognition for being a very good scriptwriter, people trust that you can create characters, and then they're willing to trust you to go with an artistic direction. I think, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So just to give some background, I think on those. At least 2 or 3 of those.
And actually, the family one, may I show that?
Yeah.
The movie?
That one I don't know if I have on. I can probably play it. Is it not this one? This one.
In your link in your PowerPoint.
Oh, it's
no,
in there.
Yeah.
This one.
Actually, I want to talk. Yeah.
This one.
Yes, I see. No.
No, that's the same one.
Elena, can you help? 嗰個 family 嗰個當下嗰個.
So I think the important thing is to note the number of views on these videos.
It's very little.
Yeah. Well, no, but for Hong Kong, 100,000 for weight gaining in Hong Kong is pretty good.
Actually, it's not a huge amount, but it grows fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I would say 200,000 is actually pretty high for a YouTube-based campaign
no star
in Hong
in it.
Kong. Yeah, with especially if it's not celebrity-driven, I'm sure the client would be pretty happy with 200,000.
Yeah. Another thing I want to tell is about the family story. The client is really worried about with no good-looking kids, good-looking idol, good-looking lady in the story, but just children and elderly. They are really doubt about would anyone care about those elderly and children relationship, but finally, when we got this release, most people feedback to me. They said they were touched by this story mostly. Yeah, because it's about the round table concept. In China, people get together and eat dinner at the round table because they have to see each other. It's about the intimacy of Chinese tradition. So I put this concept in a 茶流是什么？茶流 Chinese restaurant. It's so simple, but I don't know it. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I just put what my daily life story between my grandpa and grandma into this short film. So, maybe you can check it out in YouTube later.
Không cạo quá, sao bắn tay?
They are talking about the Hong Kong government gonna release 6,000 to the to the citizen.
The
Yeah,
rebate,
so-
government rebate check.
Yeah. So the grandpa is asking the family, have you applied it? Only conversation and the only thing they can talk about is just something about material or money. They are all escape in every kind of reason because they don't want to face the grandpa. We even don't know what Chinese restaurant would be in the shopping mall because the shopping mall didn't build yet when we shoot it. Yeah, we don't know anything about the shopping mall.
Tới rồi. Cảm ơn.
爺爺，今日我哋冇嘢做啊！爸爸媽媽又唔使返工，哥哥又唔使返學，我哋有咩做啊？
係啦，即係我哋飲完茶不如出去行下。
咁你想去邊度啊？
咁你想去邊度咪去邊度咯，不如爺爺帶你去買高達啦。
The music is like Hong Kong Good Morning. Yeah. This is the project that the client dropped a lot about would it really works, and they really concerned without good-looking artists, actress, or any famous people in the film, would that will be spread easily. But in my mind or in my position as a director, I really want to do something that is not focused on the mainstream idea of how to promoting something. Because I make story, I make feature film, and doing advertising is not my profession. So I don't know much about marketing, but I just know about story and I make story.
Have you ever turned down a project because of it wasn't a good fit for your style?
That means I refuse to do the job?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes they want you to do something that many people have done already.
Yeah.
And some clients, maybe they will give you a storyline or just sell you to, can you help me to do it? And I will request maybe in my in my point of view, is if you got space or if you got freedom of creative or give me some freedom to control the production, I would do it in a low budget. I don't mind. But if you want me to follow the script you want me to do, or if you want me to do something many people have already done, you should pay a lot. This is my concept.
That's a very, I think that's very reasonable.
Because money can exchange for ideas or creativities, but that cannot buy my ginci. I don't know. This is my
your interest or your passion. Yeah.
So I'm very poor now. Yeah. If you got something that really have freedom and space for creativities, so just find me. I don't need lots of money, but I do need a chance to do something really fun and touch people. Yeah, because I always think that money have routine or 好像已经改变了，或是让我们对于价值的观念有所改变。就是有很多时候我们用一个数字去代表那件事的价值，但是其实那个事情不管用多少钱做出来，而是它做出来影响到多少人，才是那个价值的存在。然后有些人可能他们会说，就是我可以给你很多很多的钱去做一件大家已经做过了，或是已经你肯定那件事一定会卖的东西，但是我就会觉得我为什么要做呢？其他人都已经在卖跟买了，这样子。
Well, it's basically what Hayward just said in Chinese was similar to what she had previously just said in English, which is basically it's a trade-off. Like, you know, the bigger the money, the bigger the budget, sometimes much less creativity or room for creativity in a project. And so the director might do it for the money, but they'd be more happy in many cases to have a low-budget creative project that lets them sort of flex their creative muscles. Which I think is pretty reasonable. So let me ask Keen from your side as a marketing planner, have you had?
You think I'm a dumb people, right?
Yeah.
I'm dumb people, right?
have you had the sort of the fight with the filmmaker and also with the client to balance the creativity versus the marketing exposure, etc.?
Actually, I think I usually side with the director, because I think if you want to do a 30-second TV commercial, which is on message and on brand, then you get a commercial advertising director to do it. You don't get people like that to do it. It's a different skill set. It defeats the whole purpose, right? But if you want to do something that really touches human beings emotionally, that's what great directors or feature film directors are great at. So it's two different skill sets. And like, for example, the films that I've done and what you've seen, what we've done for Popcorn, it was, you know, these directors and scriptwriters have innate talent to really capture those human truths, right, in that cha lao scene and other stuff. And I think that's where the magic is, if you can really find that. So I think that's why I would tell my clients, right, if you really want control, then go back to 30-second TVCs. If you want to do Wei Danying, then you really have to find, you know, a different type of talent, different way of working. It's about giving up control. It's about, you know, but they really know how to get an audience, right? And then brands isn't good at that. Agencies are actually not good at that as well.
Yeah, but better give us freedom of creativity. Plus, if you got better budget, that would be perfect.
Yeah, well, ideally it's high budget and very free, right? Yeah. Okay, so I guess I haven't been checking the Twitter feed, but does anyone in the audience just want to raise their hand if they have any kind of question, either on the marketing side or on the creative side of you know, this whole phenomenon of Wei Dianing? Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to ask how about there are two types of video. One of them with the storyline is microfilm, and the other one is still funny video. For example, funny video. So how about do you think about these two? Which one is better in promotion, or how about on the baseline? What do you think about this? Any difference to you?
So yeah, let's each of the speakers maybe touch on this. So as far as virality, is it better to have a scripted story, or is it better to go for, I don't know, something funny or something you know, like shocking or something like that?
But for the Gangnam Style, it's got an article in the internet that is analyzed about the background of Gangnam Style, the famous MV. We got huge career in Korea. Gangnam is a places that is which is old school and old style before it being developed, and it certainly got lots of investment and then got many development into that places, that little town, and then that got many material 很物质的物质主义的东西。That's right.
No, the same one. So yeah, it's Gangnam Style is about Gangnam neighborhood in.
Can I skip the ad?
Yeah, skip that.
Thank you.
Okay. So but I guess the question is.
Yeah, it's the same one. It's the same one. But because I speak it in a very serious way, but actually it's a very funny MV. But behind the funny concept, it got a serious background. Yeah. That's got deep meaning underneath.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think for like this video is popular for two reasons. In Korea, it's popular because they understand the context, you know, about Gangnam and the horse riding and the people doing yoga and the rich people. And then in the U.S., it's funny because it's funny. You know, it's popular because it's just, you know, outrageous and funny. Even if you don't know about the underground parking lot, Mercedes-Benz dance fighting and stuff like that. You know, it's universal. So I guess let me ask you this: as a filmmaker, are you looking at localizing your audience? You know, so if you're making a film for Hong Kong, you're putting in a chalo and things like that. But have you thought about trying to make like a viral video or not?
Yeah, actually, I can do a funny thing, but they don't believe it.
Okay. So you're sort of typecast to be serious.
Yeah, I can do something really crazy and really,
Okay, your next, maybe for the next Wei Dianying, you can do a funny one too.
Actually, I do think a sense of humor and something ridiculous to make you laugh is something really universal. Yeah, and the some concept underneath which is localized and telling about our identity can also combine into that content. Yeah. So you mean what is the difference, or you're asking the
Yeah.
So Kim, maybe you know.
You mean funny and serious? Actually, I could have the academic answer for you. Actually, if you study brain science, okay, this is getting really academic. It's very simply, if you can elicit an emotion, whether it's humor, whether it's shock, or whether it's sadness, doesn't really matter that. If it's a strong emotion, if you can attach that emotion with your brand message by association, you get better recall. That's the science bit of advertising, if you're into that stuff. So it doesn't really have to be humor. It could be anything, but you have to be able to elicit a strong emotion from the audience and actually tag it to your objective, which is either a message or either a belief or either an ideal. So that's the theory behind it. So there's no fixed way of doing it. And you look at, you know, great film directors, that's what they're good at. Eliciting emotions from an audience, whether they can totally control it, right, with the editing and everything. So, yeah, there's no one way of doing it.
As an agency, you know, have you had that discussion with your client? Like, okay, let's try to make a viral, funny video versus let's make a very serious video about, you know, keep walking or something like that.
I think the the first question I usually ask isn't really about whether it should be funny or not funny. The first thing is when I get really worried actually when client asks me they want to do a way movie because they usually like have the totally wrong